Hey y'all, welcome back. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Danielle. I own an online skincare business where I sell my skincare products to other women, as well as I have a wholesale business where I help other women start and grow their skincare business. So, today, what I want to talk with y'all about is what do you do when you're not making sales, or what do you do when sales are lower than you want them to be? Right? So a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in, social media, and you're seeing all these huge brands like, packing hundreds of orders and, always having the cha-chings going off. And it can get discouraging because there are times they may not post them, but there are times to where business is slower, or business may not be going, like the sales just may not be coming. And so what do you do in those moments? So first, I want to say, one of the things that I used to do, so I'm talking from my experience, one of the things I used to do when business would slow down, or I would go like a few days without getting orders, y'all, I would start flipping out. I would start getting stressed out. I would start thinking like, oh my gosh, am I still supposed to be doing this? What if, I didn't hear God correct? What if this isn't for me? And I would just start stressing out. And all this self-doubt would just start pouring through. And um then I would just make myself busy. I would just get myself so busy fiddling with different things that really weren't pushing my business forward, but I was just doing things because I didn't know what else to do. And so, one of the things, if you take anything at all away from this video, please, if you are in a season of not making sales, or your sales are lower than you would like them to be, or what you thought they would be, stop and pray. It may sound too simple, but it is the most powerful thing that you can do for your business. Stop and pray and ask God, God, what do you want me to be doing? Because I tell you what, I have wasted so much time being busy, just trying to do things in my business. And some of it was productive, but most of it was not. I was just, trying to make sales, and a lot of times the goal shouldn't necessarily be to try to make the sales. All right. The sales will come once you have things in order, once you have built a strong foundation, once you figure out how you can drive more and more traffic to your online online store, or you can get more foot traffic to your events or to your physical store. Um, but you have to do the the things that nobody wants to do. They just want to focus on making sales, and that's simply just not how it works. But um stop and pray. That's the first thing you should do. Because what happens is, like, when business slows down or business isn't going, you start to become so stressed. And I don't know about y'all, but even when you're busy thinking you're being productive, when you're stressed out and your mind is not where it should be, you're not focused because you're just like have all this self-doubt and worry and anxiety about like things falling apart or not going as planned, you're actually not very productive at all. So the first thing is to pray and get your mind right and seek God for what He wants you to do. All right. Now I want to talk to y'all about some things that I have done that have been very helpful when things are slow, and maybe they'll help you too. So, a couple of things that I focused on when things were slow is one, taking a look at my website. All right. So, when you go to your website, you should have, or when you go to your I use Shopify. So when you go to your dashboard, you should have a home page of analytics of your website. All right. This is very important information. It's very important that you learn to read and understand the analytics of what's happening in your store. All right. So this can help you identify issues of why your sales may be low. Um, so let's talk about it. First thing, what's your traffic looking like? There's so many people who are like, I'm not getting any sales. Why are my sales low? And you're only getting like 20 to 30 people a day to your site. And so how do you expect that? The average conversion rate is 1%? So you need at least 100 people to your website per day, because 1 out of 100, that's 1%, will convert to an order. um you have to get into the numbers to even be able to understand this. So look and see, like, what's your traffic looking like. Look to see, okay, maybe I got 100 to 200 people coming to my website per day. How many add to carts am I getting? Am I getting any add to carts? Because if you're not getting any add to carts, that's an indication that there's a trust issue within your website. So in this season of not making any sales, stop flooding your social media with buy this and we're running this sale and trying to do all this stuff, because it doesn't matter how many people you drive to your website. There's something going on to where people are having a hard time even adding your product to their cart. All right. So why put so much energy into getting sales when there's a problem on your website? You don't have any trust built. If people are adding to cart but they're not checking out, there's an issue. If you're having a ton of people adding to cart but nobody is completing their checkout, that's an indication that maybe your shipping rates are too high. That's an indication that maybe there's an issue with your payment processors, or your policies. Maybe people aren't trusting of your policies, or maybe you don't have your policies laid out for them to you know be assured that, hey, if I check out and give this company my money, that you know I'm gonna get my products. So take a look at your analytics, because you will be surprised at how much data is in there. You will be surprised at how many things you can discover and fix just by looking at your analytics. And this isn't a one-time thing, y'all. This is a regular thing you should be doing for your business, is looking at your analytics. All right. So after you've prayed, take some time and be a good steward over your business. I talk about this, on my different social media platforms. It's very important that we're good stewards over our business. We can't just have a business and just expect God to bless our business when we're not doing the basic things of being a good CEO of our business. All right. So take a look at your analytics, learn to uh, do this on a regular basis, and it can really make a difference, because your analytics are going to change um, month after month, year after year. So it's important you start building that habit. Secondly, all right, if you are not using email marketing, you should be. I just uploaded a video on just like a beginner friendly uh, intro into email marketing. And this is something that I used to do to keep myself busy, but now I have realized it's not really about doing it every day, or anything like that. It's a matter of studying the analytics and building your flows out, um, and continuing to monitor that, not on a daily basis, but once you get people through your flows, continuing to monitor that. So if you are in a season of not packing a lot of orders, you should have time for email marketing. All right. Again, stop trying to flood social media with buy this, buy that, we're having this sale, and figure out why you're not making any sales first. All right. So, some important things to be looking at in your emails is, first of all, what's my sign up rate? Are people even signing up to my emails? Because if nobody's even signing up, that's something you should be focused on. You should be focused on building your email list and trying to get people instead of trying to get people to buy your products. I know nobody wants to hear that because everyone just wants to know how you can hurry up and make some money, but that's just not how you build a successful long-term business, y'all. So look at your sign up rate. How many people, okay, so this many people have viewed my sign up form, my pop-up form. How many people are actually signing up, right? And then once people are signing up, what's your open rate look like? What's your click-through rate look like? You know, your open rate. How many people are, what's the percentage of people opening my emails? If it's extremely low, then you got work to do. If people are opening your email but nobody's clicking on it, you got work to do, right? You need to focus on how can you improve your email marketing, because that's a wonderful way to generate sales for your company, but you have to practice. That's another thing. Nobody wants to practice anything. They just want to do something and then it's just boom, all the results. And that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. I tell my daughter all the time, if you want to get good at something, you have to practice. So email marketing, if you're not packing a lot of orders, if you're not getting a lot of cha-chings right now, that is a perfect time to sit down and say, if you haven't created any flows, start there. If you have created your flows, start going through and analyzing the data and seeing how can I make improvements here, so that I can generate sales with this email marketing. All right, so we talked about looking at your website. We talked about email marketing. Another thing that you want to focus on, and this is um, not talked about enough, take a look at your processes. All right, take a look at your processes and how you are doing things in your business to see how you can become more efficient. All right, also take a look at your processes with your customers and figure out how you can communicate more effectively to where you can have a smoother uh, process with them. All right. So this is very important because a lot of times things are happening like when sales are coming, it's a blessing, right? It is a huge blessing, and you're just so excited. You're like, oh, thank you, Lord, I got another order. And then you're so excited because you're taking it to the post office or UPS and you're getting your reviews, and everything is just, it's fun. It's fun. It's exciting. You just feel like you could do anything. But it's hard to improve your business when all you're doing is just getting your orders out. All right. So when things slow down, stop thinking that, oh man, this isn't gonna work. You know, maybe I shouldn't run the business. Maybe I just need to close down. No, take that time because you never know when that thing's gonna pick back up again. All right. So take the time that you have and say, Lord, what should I be focused on? And maybe some of the things I'm mentioning are things that you know you need to focus on. You just haven't made the time for it. Make the time. You have to make the time. So, um, what else can I give y'all? We talked about the website, we talked about the emails, we talked about the processes. Um, lastly, figure out, all right, this is a huge one because this is something I personally struggle with, and we really just have to think bigger. We have to think bigger. We have to put ourselves out there. One of the main things that I realized about my business is I simply was not getting enough traffic. And so I had to take a step back and see, all right, I'm not willing to pay for ads right now. I just don't believe and I'm talking about my Naturally Creative for You. I just don't believe that God wants me to run ads right now. I tried it. I spent money. I it did not generate the income that I thought it was, based on the amount of money that I spent. And I did a lot of prayer about it, and I don't feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing in my business, is running ads. And so um I'm like, okay, Lord, if I can't run ads, how am I supposed to get more visibility for my company, right? Because that's how I was getting so much visibility, was I was running ads. Um, and so I really had to take some time and think, what other ways can I get in front of people? All right. So this is what I did. I started, and this takes time. This takes time, y'all. I started doing vendor events again. All right. I started getting on different social media platforms. So my sole um, platform that I was on the most was Instagram. Okay. So yeah, we got Instagram, but that's one platform. All right. We got Instagram locked in. So where else can I get visibility? So I went over on, I got back on TikTok. I didn't want to get back on TikTok. It's a lot of work. But you know what? I ain't packing no orders right now. So what else I got to do? So I went over there on TikTok, and I've been posting more consistently. Um, I have also been posting on YouTube more, right? Because that's visibility. I've been creating these long form videos, as well as uploading shorts on a regular basis. So think outside the box and think, okay, what can I do to get more visibility for my company? Because once you create a solid foundation and once you get things in order, it don't matter how pretty your website is. It don't matter how beautiful your photography is. It doesn't matter how well your products work. If you do not have people on a consistent basis coming to your website or showing up to buy from you, you're not going to make the sales. It's just how it works. So figure out how you can get more traffic, and that is going to require time. And that's what I've been doing now. I've been creating a lot more content, posting a lot more content, because I'm trying to create visibility for myself. So I know that was a lot. I'm trying to keep these videos, 15 to 20 minutes long. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But again, if you can take anything away from this video, one, pray, because sometimes God will surprise you on what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. So always take it to Him in prayer first and consult Him. He is the best business partner that you will ever have. You can hire the top of the line coach, you can take the top of the line course. But if you do not have God as the center of your business, it ain't gonna go. It is not gonna go. So take it to Him first in prayer, and then take a look at some of the things that I mentioned, and really hone in and see where the gaps are, and see what you need to fill in, what you need to fix for your company. And stop stressing yourself out so much about sales, y'all. The sales are going to come, but in the meantime, make sure you are getting your foundation strong. All right, because um if your business goes viral tomorrow and you do not have a strong foundation, it's going to be very, very hard to sustain it. So I hope that was helpful. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.